Right now we're live, so welcome everyone to session 11 of Fight Them in the Mountains, my MYFAROG campaign using the Coming rule set. And same crew as last time. So to recap, we did a little time jump about 2 weeks, and Fernando's broken leg had healed. The party had spent the entire time at the Weirton branch of the Appalachian Resistance Movement arm in their base, and kind of preparing and plotting for the whole plan that Joseph Breckenridge, who who's again not present. He's not feeling well. That he had kind of laid out a couple sessions ago. So now that Fernando's leg is healed, they kind of got the go ahead to set out on their mission. And before they they set out, they hear and they catch sight of a freight train, rolling by on the other side of the river, and they can just kind of see that there's some armed guards on the train that were definitely Soviet guards. So they went out to investigate. They intercepted the train, brought it to a stop. They had some firefights with the Soviet guards guarding the train, and then they they raided the train. They saw that it was carrying weapons and ammo and some steel girders that had probably come from the steel mill in Weirton. So they brought the train back to the arm base. They unloaded the cargo, at least the weapons, and they'd by the suggestion of the commander Stephen, they would send the train back the way it came, but also follow it, or at least ride in the train, and just kind of figure out where it's headed. Because just remembering from the time that they were in Rockport, there was a unusual Soviet presence there. So they want to kind of figure out where exactly this train that the Soviets were guarding, that had all these weapons in it, figuring out what's up. So our heroes boarded the train, and they've set off on sending it back the way it came. So the way I remember it, it's been a minute, that it's Will, Fernando, and I think it was Jack, the one NPC, is in one of the boxcars of the train, and Mike and Joseph are in the front locomotive with the driver. So it's kind of a weird split party situation, but they have walkie-talkies, so they can communicate with each other. So it's I believe that we decided it's like mid to late afternoon, and for at least Fernando, Fernando, Will, and this Jack character, it's kind of dark in there, aside from some light peeking in through the cracks of this metal boxcar. But probably Fernando and Jack are probably not too comfortable, but Will has probably become accustomed to it, in his time. So what's everybody thinking at this moment?
Well, I'm thinking where the train's going
Will's just kind
and
of sitting there. He's
just
pretty.
riding it.
Yeah. Yeah, Will's pretty content. He's just sitting there, relaxed, just waiting to see where this goes.
Yeah, so let's see. Okay, so you guys got probably about let's see, probably like 50 feet by like it's like 50 feet and like 50 by like 9 like feet of like space, because the boxcar is basically empty, so you have a little bit of space to like kind of space out, but it's basically near pitch black in there. There's no lights whatsoever. So, and really the only thing that you can hear is just the the wheels turning, and just hearing like the bump as the wheels like cross over like rail joints and whatnot. So it's kind of a bumpy ride, but as you know, at least for Will, he's used to it. Maybe not so much for Fernando and Jack. So you're just kind of hanging out there, just waiting to see where this this train ride takes you. And we're gonna say it's gonna be Jack, the NPC, kind of radios back there. Maybe like half hour later, he just kind of goes, "How you guys holding up back there?"
Yeah, I'm doing okay. Just
Doing just fine, and Will's probably got like a
just
little bit of
waiting.
moonshine out because there's nothing else to do. It's been half hour. He's gotten bored.
So yeah, it's a pretty uneventful ride. You just kind of don't hear too much. Maybe you kind of like feel like as the train like hits like kind of a you know a, like a curve, you can kind of like feel like you kind of like forced to like one direction, or it sways to one direction or the other. So and so
I guess Will will radio up to the front and just ask if does anyone see anything out there?
and
Is
go right.
there a way for me to see?
What's up?
Is there like I suppose I'm in the same place as the conductor,
No, you're in one of the
right?
you're in one of the
Oh, I'm in one of the yeah,
the cars.
Yeah, you're
in
in
one
the
of
Mike and
okay.
Joseph are in the engine with the
Uh-huh.
engineer.
Well, I certainly can't see anything unless there's a window, right?
Um, there's no window, but there's like these two big sliding doors on either
Uh-huh.
side. You know, if you absolutely wanted to, you could maybe slide one of them open.
Okay.
They're
Okay, I'm just thinking about like my position. That's all.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Right. I don't. Well, I'm not gonna slide them open right now, so I don't know, and I guess I can't really hear Will because I'm very far away.
well, you're not super far away. It's like
Or is it on the radio? Or is he talking on like the radio?
you and Will are in the same place, and this Jack guy, the NPC. It's a
Oh, he's okay.
you're both in this van. It's like 50 feet by
Uh-huh.
like
We're both in the same car.
yeah, it's 50 feet by like 9-foot box. So
Uh-huh.
you guys can definitely
Okay,
like,
just
hear each other.
haha. Okay. All right. I just had uh, a misunderstanding as to where he was and where I was.
I gotcha.
All that, but now that's cleared up.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, they radio back to you. He's just like, we've just crossed the river, and we're now on the West Virginian side of the Ohio, which is the Ohio being the Ohio River.
Yep.
So
Oh.
you guys are
Okay,
basic.
I guess we're still a little ways out from any big settlement or anything like that. So I'll pull out my harmonica and just have a little.
I wouldn't
quiet
say you
song.
guys are like far away from any settlement. 'Cause you're kind of like the train kind of goes through like a few settlements, but probably like right now you probably not too many people are gonna be like nobody can see you and you can't see anybody, so yeah, so you're just gonna pass the time and like play a tune or so on your harmonica.
Yeah, I figure it's fairly safe with the loud train. I'm not trying to be too loud either. I'm just trying to keep everyone's spirits up. I'll even leave the radio on so Joseph and the guys up front can hear.
It's precious battery life that might come in handy later.
Yeah. So
Yeah, Will's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, good point," and he's quickly shut off the radio.
I'm only thinking how it's nice, but might be
No, yeah.
necessary at some point.
It's absolutely true. Absolutely true. Completely unnecessary.
Yeah. We'll be celebrating once we beat them back to where they came from.
Absolutely, I'm feeling pretty good. Just getting those that one load of guns out of their hands. So.
Oh yeah,
We're
I also
rolling quite
feel good
well.
about it. It's really a big win. But let's not get too confident.
How do you feel, Jack? You feel good about that win?
let's say Jack is you probably can't see him very well, but he's like kind of like trying to like hold himself up against one of the against the side of the boxcar. He's probably feeling a bit he has a little bit of motion sickness, so not feeling too great, but it's real dark, so you can.
Is he gonna throw up?
Let me do a con check for this guy.
Oh no.
Throws up over the conductor's face. If he's still there,
We
or
should
did he
open
like
the side.
depart?
He's not gonna throw up just yet. Maybe
Yeah, so he's
probably
eventually.
probably in like the next couple minutes they'll probably blow chunks, but
Oh,
so
that's lovely.
let's see.
Delightful.
Eh, lovely. So anyway, you guys you just kind of like take a just take the back seat, just
Is this like a
listening,
6 minutes kind of thing, or I'm just kidding.
and you kind of feel the train take another like kind of a sharp left. You feel it kind of slow down. You kind of feel like a sharp left, and now you're kind of like on this kind of a windy section of this kind of windy road or windy section of the railroad, and it's probably been like another hour or so. And
Wow, we've been traveling for such a long time. I'm starting to lose track of time, but it's probably been like an hour. Um, does it feel like an hour to you?
Yeah, how about that?
I wonder when we're gonna actually stop this train.
okay. Okay. And again, like the Jack and Joseph check in on you, and probably around about the same time, like Jack decides to fling the one of the big sliding doors of the boxcar open, and he just loses he just purges his entire stomach contents just out the side.
That's the poor man's doctor, as my grandma used to say.
Yeah, probably. It's been a few hours since you've been sitting in near pitch darkness for the past like couple hours. So him just like flinging this
It's
door
kind of
open, you're
weird.
just like blinded by as your eyes like adjust. And he doesn't close it. He just kind of you know just like flops down onto the floor, and just he's he feels a lot better, but he's just like he's not looking too good.
No, but you'll get it out of your system that way. So at least once it's gone, it's gone.
So now that you have a view of you know of the outside world again, you're kind of a you're he opened it up like on the the left hand side, so you can kind of see the the railroad kind of runs by like a few small towns, like basically like kind of running like up against like the main road, like kind of closely. It's kind of like you're spots where you're going through like a bunch of small towns, and just going through wooded areas and over like old like iron bridges, but nothing, well, not necessarily nothing too out of the ordinary. One thing that probably catches your eye is you pass by kind of like some old industrial buildings, like some factories, it looks like. And They look like they've been burnt out. Like somebody had set them ablaze, and like and this is like the aftermath. In fact, it's probably still like smoldering a little bit. I'm sorry, what'd you say? Did you say anything? I didn't hear you.
I didn't say. I didn't say anything. I think maybe I
No, I didn't say
accidentally
anything
caught
either.
your voice on my microphone. So I'm gonna mute my mic for a bit.
Okay. I thought somebody said something. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Will's just gonna see all this burnt out rubble and just kind of look very. He's just gonna have this grim look on his face as he's just watching this all kind of go by. It's a little too much, you know.
Yeah. So you kind of see that burnt out building, and another couple miles down the railroad, you see another burnt out like industrial building. This one seems to be kind of again, it's kind of just the same way. It's kind of like looks like it's kind of on like the tail end of it. If it's burning, you can kind of smell like the just like the acrid smoke of it. It's probably toxic, but whatever. You probably breathe in worse things.
It's
Uh,
we didn't have studies.
what does it smell like? Does it smell like burning plastic? Sorry.
Yeah. Is there any signs of vehicles? No, that's all right.
Um, you don't see any like vehicles going up and down the road, but you'll probably see like every so often you'll see like some cars, like either parked along the side of the road, like they broke down or whatever, or they're just kind of like junk cars that have just been abandoned. Let's see.
The cars have been abandoned, so they're still functional, or are they like damaged?
Some of them are probably like, you know, some of them are probably in varying like, conditions. Like some of them you can definitely tell they were probably broken down and abandoned because there's no like they couldn't they weren't able to fix them, or they've just been just left, like someone just just abandoned it somewhere, like they just parked it, like like they parked it like in front of their house, and they either like they either evacuated or what have you, like when the Soviets came into town and they just didn't take their vehicle or whatever. But
hopefully there's one car out there that's doesn't have all the gas siphoned out of it and might be able to run.
all right, so as you drive by, like you kind of drive by this old like a drive-in movie theater. You're kind of driving by this another small like industrial town. Out in the distance you see yet another burnt down like factory, and you can't really see. You're about to go over like this old trestle, this old iron trestle, and Anybody who might be looking out the side of the side of the train, roll a perception check.
Both?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I guess
Okay.
we'd be sitting there. It's not really. I got a 19 altogether.
Whoa, okay. Well, there's no need for me to roll, I guess. Or should I? Just for
Hey,
info.
you could roll a 20. It might as well.
Oh yeah, I
I mean,
could.
it's
Sure,
easy.
what's the chance? But
Okay, so
You could roll
not
a 20.
bad. Okay.
That's still good.
well, yeah. Either way, let's
So
say
good.
Will, he's kind of like looking out the side of the one of the box cars, and he sees a flash, kind of like a flash out in the distance. He sees something like streak across like his field of view, and he hears a loud explosion. Like
Did I see
Eh.
which direction it came from? I guess Lubin probably would have seen that too. With he got a 15. At least a
yeah,
15.
yeah, he would have seen it too. So it came
Yeah.
from again. It came from the like the left side, and it seemed to have come. It seems to have come like from behind this old. It kind of looks like an old an old maybe like a mill type of building, kind of a little off to the side. But you again you saw like a flash of something and like something shoot out from behind this building, and you both heard like an explosion. You probably felt like probably felt like a little bit of a shake in the a little more of a shake than you would normally feel.
Yeah. Was there any like kind of rocket sound as if it was gaining speed before the explosion, or was it just a bang and explosion
You
with
probably
no
you
kind
kind
of
of
like,
probably heard what probably sounded like a rocket.
ooh, it must be like one of those like ones that they can shoot either from the ground or maybe from a plane, maybe, I don't know, or maybe from like a missile kind of turret with like missiles. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's my three guesses. Will. I
So
don't know if you're aware of
so
Rocket's little.
yeah.
Yeah.
Probably within like a couple
I'll,
within like a couple seconds, like you hear like on the radio, you hear Joseph kind of basically says just get off the train, like jump, like something like hit the
Oh,
bridge,
fuck.
and like we're gonna like we're gonna like go over the side if you don't get off the train.
Ah, shit. I'm getting off this right now. I'm just gonna kick the
yeah.
or
I
slide
gotta
the door
hit that,
actually
and
because I
I'm
don't
gonna
want to
start
kick it.
going.
Let's slide the door and just jump.
Okay, you're just gonna jump, roll
I'm gonna take a
acrobatics.
quick look back, see if Jack is.
Yeah, well, I don't know how quick we're going, but I'm just jumping in.
Probably about 25 miles an
Quick.
hour.
Roll acrobatics.
Okay. Should be fine, right? Shouldn't be too detrimental to my health.
Should be fine.
Acrobatics coming
Quick
strong.
look back and just make sure Jack is following
Oh.
us, and then I'm gonna.
Yes.
Very nice.
Oh,
19.
what
I
an
got
awesome result.
a 19 plus my mod, so that's 22 altogether. So
Oh, I
Nice.
didn't even add my mod.
fairly
Wait, I also got a mod.
well.
I'm
I do
trained.
it. Imagine.
I got
Yeah.
21 then.
Nice.
Oh, nice. So
Yeah,
it's
we're
kind of
like acrobats.
yeah. You pretty much like you hear Joseph basically just screaming to you guys, just get off the train. You don't need to hear. You don't need to like. You don't need him to tell you twice. You just jump and you probably land in the ballast, like just some just like some just some gravel that kind of hold the track together. And
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna like roll and kind of like take the inertia and slowly absorb it with my roll.
yeah, so
Yeah.
you yeah, all three of you make it out safely. You don't take any damage. And pretty much the only thing that you can hear is just the brakes of this train just screeching like just loudly. And probably within like 3 minutes, it almost seems like like you can kind of like look and see kind of in slow motion, like one by one, like like the whole train just plummets off the side with this just enormous crash. You feel like like the ground just shaking like violently, and it does just basically sound like a bomb goes off as this whole train just plummets off the side of this bridge.
Awesome. I like it. uh, though we didn't find where the train was heading, with its final destination. I guess this was its final destination.
In a cosmic sort of
But you know
way,
what I
yes.
mean. Yeah. But we're here in this kind of a war zone looking place, right? Everything is kind of a little bit.
um,
Uh,
I mean, now that you have this massive like train wreck, yeah, it does kind of look more like a war zone, but it just kind of just looks like a real small town. So, all right. So, what's everybody do now as after they jump off and they just they
well, okay, so my first and most basic instinct for self-preservation tells me to find a place that is concealed and capable of hiding me so I don't get blown to bits by a rocket or something, or any kind of weapon
okay.
for that matter. So I
So,
just want to look around and run to the nearest wall and like take cover, essentially.
okay. So, from where you landed, there's two ways that you could go. Well, there's two ways you could go. If you go up north, there's like a small like house, and the uh to the east there's like a kind of like a small commercial building, and what a small yeah it's like a small like a commercial building, and it looks like it was like a restaurant at some point.
Oh, oh, where do I want to go? I think I'm gonna go for the restaurant. I'm gonna sprint for it.
Okay.
Are they the same distance away, approximately?
Yeah, you guys basically landed in roughly the same spot.
Okay, I'll start following with Lubin, and then I'll get on the radio if possible, and just see if Joseph made it off the train.
All right. Yeah. Joseph answers you back, and he says that he got off the train. He's like, where are you? Like, where did you guys all make it out? Like, where did you guys go?
We're all safe. We're just running, trying to take some cover here. There's a kind of a commercial building we're running to.
Okay. He acknowledges and he says he's heading your way as well.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll do my best to just get to the building as fast as possible then.
Okay. Yeah. All will be all. Let's see. Yeah, all five of you make it to this building, unscathed, and it very clearly looks abandoned. Like, there's no food or drink being served here, or has been served here for probably like a couple months maybe. So it's the building is kind of like it's like an L-shaped building. So like there's kind of like there's like the lower part of the L, like it's like an uppercase L. Like the lower part of the L is like in the back of the building. So and it's a 2-story building.
Well, that's cool. I mean, I'm more like just wondering where and who fired, where did it fly from, and who fired the missile that destroyed the train tracks.
You didn't get a good, like a particularly good view of like who fired it. You just saw that somebody like shot like a rocket propelled grenade at the bridge, and the caused the train to topple off the side. So you guys make it to the building.
I wonder if it's a friend or a foe, basically. Yeah. Well,
okay, so you make it to this building.
We make it to that building. Yeah. Okay.
All five of you at the building. So where do you go from there?
To the second floor?
Are there
or
windows?
to the first floor? First floor. Yeah.
Yeah, there's windows. There's
yeah.
There's there's the front door. Then there's like 3 like windows in the front, and up on the second floor there's like 4 windows. Like these, there's like on like 2 like on the 2 like far ends of the building there's like these double windows, and like towards the middle there's like these like smaller windows. But yeah, so you just head inside this building, and
yeah, I want to go to the highest points, like to the roof.
So you go up. You go up to the as high, basically as high as you can go. And what are you gonna do from there?
I'm just gonna look around.
Okay, you look out onto the, you look out like onto the street. It's just kind of like there's like a fairly sizable like gravel parking lot, and right next to there's kind of like a that's like that small, like it kind of looks like a shed, like a, not, maybe not like a shed, but it's like a kind of like a small, like a auto like repair shop. And there's like
Oh, cool.
an old, like probably like an old tow truck like parked outside.
Huh.
And maybe like
Hmm.
5 minutes later, you see a group of, you see like three uh, figures kind of walk up the road and past. They walk up the road and kind of past the building. They
So, okay.
they uh, they don't they don't look like Soviet soldiers. They just kind of look like, you know they just kind of look like mercenaries, like just kind of like almost like normal people, but they just kind of have like real torn up clothes, and they just look like total like the usual like wasteland kind of dwellers. But they one of them
Scavengers.
essentially, but they are armed. Some of them that you see, some of them have rifles, and one of them definitely has like a like an RPG-7 on his back.
Wow. So they are quite heavily armed, as far as I can tell.
Yeah. Another thing you might be able to see very clearly is, let's see. They have, one of them seems to be carrying like a kind of like a makeshift flag. It's like,
Flag.
the flag is, it's a two-color flag. It's green and black, but it's like kind of like a diagonal like line, and like the top half is green and the bottom half is black.
Well, that doesn't ring any bells for me, unless I know something that I don't know as a, as a player.
I would say roll world lore, but you'd probably have to roll pretty high to
Well, I mean, if Will is the one that was like going on trains constantly, like hopping on trains, maybe he more knows more about this group. But I'll give it a shot, sure. Okay, that's horrible. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
really
not even
not
trained, so I'm
my.
gonna have in my. I have the exact same role with my
Ah,
mod.
let me see. Okay,
Yes,
well, actually,
I have no idea.
I have a little higher, but it's still not gonna be enough probably because I have World Lord trained, so it's 5 for me, which isn't high enough, I guess. 5,
okay.
right? 5 is
So
good or no?
yeah, you guys don't don't know what it is, but I'm gonna say Joseph has somewhat of an idea of what it is. He basically tells you that like the diagonally bisected flag, like how he described it. It reminds him of like a flag that is typically associated with anarchy, but the green part is typically red on like a those sorts of flag.
Oh, well, I guess it's kind of fitting with the look that they have of not being either side, not being either fighting for the country or against or whatever. They're not Soviet or American, so it kind of makes sense. Joseph
Yeah, they don't
probably
seem.
is right.
Yeah, yeah. So he pretty much just basically just says they're probably not. They're probably neither. They're probably not foes, but they probably might not be very friendly. So I would be. He basically just says that
I
be
feel like if they get like a hold
cautious.
of us, they might shake us down and steal our shit.
Yeah, so they're just kind of walking by the. They walk by the building, but they kind of stop, and
Oh,
they don't they don't go anywhere near like the building that you're in, but they go to the building next to it. And one of them like well, it's not a it's like a corrugated metal building. So you see one of the guys kind of like smash down one of the doors, and the other one lights a Molotov cocktail and just tosses it in the building. And they just kind of step back and watch the building start to go up in flames.
Yeah, who?
uh,
So what does everybody think about these these mercenaries?
How many
well,
are
I
there?
think the building burning
There are 3 to 5.
is.
What'd you say? What'd you say, Eve?
I was just saying, how many are there again?
It's
Approximately.
like 3 or 4.
We could take them if you want.
Yeah, we can take them. Uh, as long as we kill the guy with the RPG first, right? I feel like that's
That's
the
the big.
main target.
I don't think there's
A big.
I don't think there's a
He's got a
diplomatic
big
way out
stick.
here. So either we're sneaking away or we're gonna try and engage them. Definitely.
Yeah,
Those
and
Molotovs are pretty
we
dangerous
are
too, but
actually. Yeah, they threw this Molotov,
from
so
closer distances than that.
okay. I don't have a sniper rifle. Do we have a sniper rifle?
I believe I had an AK, so I believe I should have that.
Yeah,
How far are they? I could hand my MP5 off
let's
to
see.
Fernando.
I'd
I
say
think
they're
it's 50
probably like
50 feet, 50 meters, something like that.
I'd say they're probably like maybe like give or take like 75 feet away.
Okay.
They're basically standing up. They're basically standing on the other side of the other side of the road, up against the guardrail. Just kind of watching this building burn.
Well, that they're very close, so I don't think we need to aim particularly well. And we got the jump on them, so I guess we just spray them down. What do you say?
Sounds good.
Okay, well, I'm gonna put a magazine in my
We were in that building anyway,
heckler.
so I think they feel like they have upper hand right now.
Okay, so
Yeah, let's enter combat. Let's shoot them. I'm ready.
okay, so you're gonna we're starting in combat, so
We're gonna murder them, hopefully.
so these guys they didn't see you at all. They're just kind of admiring their work, so to speak.
So I guess we get a free attack on them. Right.
It would if you initiate the combat, it would be like a sneak attack because they're unaware of your presence.
So they don't have any DV, right?
It would be like I believe it's like a third of their regular DD or DV.
Uh-huh.
Which
Okay, that's still
Yeah,
good.
divided
Okay.
by 3, I believe, or it's
Okay. Oh, okay. Let me
I
try.
rolled a 9 altogether.
Yeah. Is my weapon a small arm or a heavy? Yeah, it's small arms, right?
it's a small arm. It's it's just a
Small arm, yeah.
it's just a rifle.
Okay, no problem. Oh,
Man.
this is what I like to see. And it's gonna be a medium burst, right?
What did you roll altogether?
16.
He rolled, I believe, 16 altogether, yeah.
You rolled a 16, so that's. Let's see. That's damage plus 10 because their
Oh,
their DV like as a sneak attack it would have been like 4, and that's like well over that's like 12 over the DD. And
sweet. I like that a lot.
Will, what did you roll? You rolled a what did you say, a 9?
I rolled a 9.
That would be damage
A
plus
9, yes.
8.
Well, not too bad.
So
No,
and
that's
I was
awesome.
to do a
I'm gonna
burst
yeah
as
we're
well.
gonna say that you guys attack at basically the same time. And which ones are you shooting at? There's 3 of them that you could attack.
I feel like
Um,
I think I was for sure aiming at the RPG, but we probably both were just to ensure that the most hostile.
yeah, let's focus fire on the most dangerous man.
That blew his skull completely.
Okay, so you're just gonna overkill this guy essentially if you were to.
Okay, well, sure.
Essentially, if
least
well,
we got
actually,
the job
if
done.
both of you are gonna be attacking him at the same time, he just with the bonus alone, he'd be dead.
Cool. Okay, so there's no need to roll anything else.
Yeah.
or flip
So
anything.
essentially,
The bonus alone kills him. Okay.
so we're just gonna say, you both just like headshot the guy at the same time, and he just drops like a ton of bricks.
Oh, but then they can pick it up.
Nice.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna give
Okay, at least
I'm
you
gonna
need to
give you-
spend a round to pick it up so we could shoot them.
I'm gonna give you guys.
Oh God, I got an idea.
What's up?
Um, well, my idea is, how should we kill this guy so quickly? Let's just say I'm gonna scream at them and I'm gonna say, "Drop your weapons now!"
Okay, so
And I'm just gonna pretend. I'm gonna pretend that there's a lot of people here, or like
okay,
something like that, because they don't know. They don't have any idea. They're gonna
okay,
be so afraid. I hope.
all right. So yeah, the both of you like explode the head of the guy with the RPG, and the two remaining ones just well, they don't scatter, but they try. They just get like look for cover, and you just yell at them to drop their weapons. Is that right?
Yeah, and to freeze. Additionally, if they're gonna start running, I don't want them running anywhere. I want
Okay,
them
so
with their hands on their back, or on their neck, rather, on like their head,
okay, so
if possible.
uh, let's see. Roll social skills for that actually. And I'm gonna say since you just like exploded the head of the one guy, you're gonna get like a let's say a +5 to that.
Yeah, and I also get a +3 because of my character role um, skill that I have it as. So it's actually 18 altogether.
All right, so yeah, you yell out to them just for them to just freeze and drop their weapons, and they
Yeah.
they they stop and they comply. They set down their rifles and hold their like hands up like behind their heads.
Okay. So I'm just gonna say to, is Jack with us as well?
Yeah.
He? I'm gonna tell him to go and go down. Well, is it like burning really badly now, the fire, or is it still like? Can you still go downstairs and just go and meet these guys, or
Uh,
is it like impossible to get?
the fire is it's probably like a few 100 feet away, so it's very much
Oh,
visible.
okay.
But
It's not like engulfed the whole building, right?
no, like you're not in any
Okay.
danger. Like you weren't carrying any like
Right, so
you weren't carrying any like chemicals or anything. So if it was like
yeah, well, I want to say, yeah, that's good. Okay. Oh, is it just me, or I can't? I lost your voice.
okay, so yeah, the only thing that
Oh yeah, now I can hear you.
yeah, I don't know what happened there. So pretty much
I don't know either.
all that you guys you were just carrying the train was just carrying empty box cars and some like steel, and the only thing that's really burning is just the diesel fuel from the fuel tanks and the locomotives. So you're not in any immediate danger from a massive explosion from the wreck.
Okay. Well, I wanted to tell Jack to go and speak to them, and we'll keep them. Uh, if they move, we're gonna shoot their heads off. So
Okay,
he can go and
so
like
yeah,
meet them, maybe.
yeah, Jack like quickly heads down, and he
I don't
comes
know why
down
he
with his
shouldn't go down, but
with his
yeah.
submachine gun, you know, at the ready. He basically just tells them that like if they move that they're dead. And
Yeah, well, I guess we could talk from the roof we don't really need to, but it's good to have one guy down, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I'm gonna shout out to them. What's your business here? What are you doing here? And who are you?
We are members of the Freedom Club. We see we see we only seek to destroy the industrial technological system. We don't belong to any one side. Only nature's.
Well, you sure are kind of crazy looking to me. Do you wanna help a little bit with your remaining 3 people of your group? Do you wanna help us?
Well, who are you? What? Like
Well, we're trying to fight off the invasions, the invaders, and either you are with us or you're against us. So there's not really much of a choice here.
we will comply as like as so as to ensure our own survival. We'll
Oh shit!
do whatever you
Sorry.
we'll do with whatever you say, so long as you don't harm any more of us.
No, you'll be harmed. You won't be harmed as long as you comply. So I'm gonna also go down and meet them face to face. And I want to ask them what their names are. So once I make my way down to the road where they are, I'm gonna ask for their names. So I'm gonna start with the guy that's closest to me and say, "You there? What's your name?"
I go by the name Treebeard. That's obviously that's obviously not his real name, but it's just kind of a
Obviously, so I'm like, okay, Treebeard. What about your friend there, Mister Acorn or whatever? Is that his name? Just like making like a joke.
How did you know?
Okay, what's the other one? How did I know it? What's the other guy's name? Because there's 3, right?
You just killed the Lorax.
Okay.
He spoke for the trees. We all speak for the trees, but he spoke for them most of all.
Okay. And I feel like all of you guys are high, so at least you're amusing. But what's the name of the other guy?
He goes by the name of Birch, like the birch tree.
All right, Birch. Cool. So we've got our got an offer for you guys. So I didn't know if you're friendly or not, but we couldn't take a risk. So your friend had to go. He probably was another tree, but point is we don't want to hurt you, and we don't want to be hurt either. But we could work together, and you can join us and help us. And we just can't have you guys walking around with these guns, and it's just too dangerous. So
we don't mean to. Our intention is not to harm like anybody who does not deserve it. Our Freedom Club's only mission is to get rid of the industrial technological system that has been corrupting all of the world. And with this invasion by the Soviets, we've taken this as the opportunity to get rid of the technological system and go back to more primitive ways.
Well, that's certainly a really cool cult you've got there. But we got to be realistic here. If you guys don't help us stop the invading forces of the Soviets, you and your little cult, the moment you're found, you're going to get destroyed. So if you want your plan to have any soil from which to spring, you might as well want to help us. What do you say? Deal? You keep your lives, and then after that, you might continue whatever the hell weird cult stuff you're doing, or we just shoot you here, and it's all over with your
Okay, we'll comply.
weird
Like
shit.
what do you like what can what do you want from us other than like our services? Like to, do you
Well, I guess once we're once we kind of coordinate ourselves a little bit, we're gonna head back to headquarters, and we'll have you drafted in our ranks.
hmm. They kind of the three remaining guys just kind of just share just anxious like glances at each other, and they just nod and and you know do whatever you tell them.
Okay, let's grab those guns. So Jack, can you grab those guns, and also check if they've got any other weapons as well. And remember, if you guys even try to move a finger, you're gonna lose a lot more than a finger.
They just nod and they don't move. So Jack is gonna go just kind of frisk the guys for weapons. Obviously the one guy had the RPG, plus he has like three three rockets to go with it, and the other two just have just like a AR-15s, kind of like basically what Joseph has. They're just semi-automatic. They as opposed to machine guns.
Cool. Well, I guess we can take them or just put them away for now. And now what? Now do we what do we do? That's the question. So I'm
Yeah, because
gonna
you guys are kind of
ask. We kind of just got here. Cool.
you guys are kind of, I guess you could say, stranded
Stuck.
because you don't have your trusty van. And
Yeah. I wish we did take some kind of a additional vehicle, but
Yeah, that would
unfortunately
have been smart.
we didn't. So, what do you suggest, Will?
Oh, I was just gonna ask if any of the if Treebeard or any of the our fine new friends, if they know any information about anyone in like the surrounding area, like who owns the territory, the Russians nearby, is there any big camps, anything like that?
we've seen we've seen Soviets a little further south, but our group, the Freedom Club, has been inhabiting the woods of these in this general area for the past year, or at least since the invasion took place.
Are there more of you guys, or is it just your group here?
There are a few more of us. There's not very many. We're a relatively.
You're an endangered species.
We're a relatively small group, but we've been trying our best to gain a bit more of an influence for those who are willing to help our cause in bringing an end to the industrial technological system.
Yeah. We got it. And personally, I respect your views. However, not everybody is as tolerant. And with that kind of cleared up, you don't know anything about the area, although you inhabit it?
We know of
Are there any like Russian?
We've seen Russians a little further south towards the city of Clarksburg. They've taken that city, and they've taken the city of Clarksburg as a as their territory.
Okay. So you're against the technological side of things, but you can't deny how useful it is to have a vehicle, right?
We only use technology to, we use technology very sparingly, and we only use it for just our, to serve, our, for one purpose, to help bring the system down. And once the system has become thoroughly weakened that it can be completely destroyed, we will just go back to more primitive, simple ways.
Okay. I was just thinking, so this is me as a player rather than as a character. I'm just wanting to speak to you guys. So should it be better if we go back with these guys as prisoners rather than not prisoners, but like as captives that know a lot of information about this area? Or should we maybe ask them to take us to the other guys, and then we could take all of them?
I mean,
possibly, because they're disarmed.
We can use their whole group as kind of like local guides for the area, and while our causes might not fully line up, I mean, they can be definitely useful allies, and I'm sure they don't want the...
Yeah, sure, because they don't seem to be like hostile in any way. But
No.
Then again, we had to kill that guy because it was just...
I see their points, for sure.
So they...
I mean, I feel bad for killing that guy, but hey.
The one guy...
RP Womax.
The one guy kind of pipes up and he just says, were you on that train that we just that just went over the side of the bridge that we blew up?
No, we weren't.
Roll social skills for that, since you're
Okay.
since you're technically since you're
This
lying.
might sound like, yeah, might be like, might also be sarcastic as well. Uh, no, I guess he believes me. That's okay. That's plus 3, so that's 18. Yeah, that's 18.
Yeah, he believes you.
No, we weren't. And even if we were, what difference does it make, really? That's what I'm thinking in my head. Because it's busted now, like the train's done. So just make it simple and say no. Uh, so yeah, let's go and see your other friends.
Okay. They just nod and we will take
And
we'll take you to her or take you to them. So
and we could give this guy a burial as well. We could give this guy a burial later
we would
if you really.
we would you know we would definitely appreciate a burial for our fallen friend.
Yeah. Uh,
So
casualties of war. What can I say?
okay,
Let's go
so
and see your friends.
alright, so Jack, being the is going to walk with the one guy. Make sure that he doesn't pull. Well, you guys have their weapons, so he can't really do anything. But he's just
Yeah, they're
gonna
just in a pile somewhere.
he's just gonna walk him. You know, so he's going to walk back behind the building, across the railroad tracks, and basically just walk past a few houses and just walks into the woods for probably like a good half hour.
Oh my god. Okay. All right.
And it's probably about, let's say it's probably about almost 5 o'clock at this point. And
Oh, it's getting late.
you reach you reach us you reach a clearing in the woods, and you can kind of see like this kind of ragtag, like weird settlement, like you see like a bunch of like tents, like kind of pitched up, and
Wow.
like things that were like things that are you camping that have been forced to be used as a long-term settlement of sorts. And there's like a couple small fires going.
Cozy.
And you can kind of like get the scent of like some of like a meat being cooked.
Wow. These guys are very, very cultured, I think. Don't you
Definitely.
agree? Like,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
nice spot.
they're not they're not bad. I like them.
We would definitely camp here.
Okay, so this guy, we're gonna say it's a tree beard being walked by Jack, and we see another guy kind of like he kind of like he catches Treebeard, and being walked with a submachine gun at his back, followed by his two remaining companions and four other guys that are heavily armed. That would be you guys, of course. And this guy, he just says, Treebeard, what's going on? Who are these? Who are these people? Where is Lorax? And Treebeard basically just says, I guess the other question is, did we bring the body with us?
No, we left the body there.
Yeah,
I think because if we carry it, it's gonna take more than like half an hour.
Yeah.
We've also got that RPG
I think.
and a lot of other weapons. We'd be very encumbered, I believe.
Yeah. Well, all the weapons, like, yeah, everything would be probably left where we saw them, but maybe the weapons could be hidden a little bit,
I
so
mean,
they're not directly.
we're gonna say that Joseph and the other people, like
Mike and all that,
Mike,
yeah.
confiscated them. You know, like the rest of their
Yeah.
weapons. So
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
now
that sounds good.
So as we said, this other guy like asks, you know, Treebeard, as we'll call, as he is. He's like, where's Lorax? To which Treebeard basically says, he was killed in action, unfortunately. We've
He withered away.
is we unfortunately we've also had these 5 people here have captured were the ones who had killed him, and they've taken our weapons, and they've come for us. And this other guy, basically seeing that they're outgunned here, just basically just nods, and he's just like, we need to, like, I'll go get Gaia. Like, she needs to know about this.
Holy shit. Yeah, make sure they all know that we're going on a trip back to our place.
Okay, so
But how are we gonna get there? Do you have like a vehicle? I'm Treebeard. Do you have like a car? Please tell me you got a car.
we do have a we do own like this. We do own a pickup truck that we've been trying to get to work, but with minimal success.
Oh.
Which,
Okay.
given let's just say Joseph offers, offers that if they will comply and be helpful to us, that he will try and fix up their vehicle.
Yeah, Joseph, I don't think they have a choice.
Very well. It's just to try and sweeten the deal, I suppose. So
Yeah, well, it's quite sweet being able to live, I think.
okay, so
But yeah, I don't want to make them mad, but I get your point. Yeah, I feel like they're friendly. I'm almost like willing to give them like their stuff back, but I just out of wanting to make sure everybody is safe in our party, I can't allow like it shouldn't be that they shouldn't be allowed to have their weapons because it's too dangerous. Don't you agree?
Oh, I agree. If we need to give them their weapons
Yeah.
for a reason, that's a different story. But for right now, they don't per se need them.
Yeah, right now they don't need weapons.
okay, so This guy that was just speaking to Treebeard, as he is called, heads back into one tent, and a couple, probably like a minute later, he comes back out accompanied by a woman, probably about a little shorter than him. She's quite thin, and she has like these green eyes and brown hair that has been like matted into dreadlocks. And this
Great.
woman just kind of walks up to you and he just says, "Who are you? Who do you serve?"
Uh, you'll get to know all that very soon. But in short, we are a band of freedom fighters similar to you, but with a slightly different goal. We want to liberate the land from the Soviet occupation. Any other questions?
The woman nods and she says, "It's a very noble cause indeed. We too we too wish to also, vanquish the Soviet presence, but but also not only that, to destroy our to destroy the
Yeah.
industrial system
Yep. Yep.
as it exists, and the Soviets will only use it to their own benefit and cause further destruction of the natural world."
All right. You must be the high priestess of your cult.
I am Gaia. I am the leader of the Freedom Club, as it would be.
Oh, so you lead these guys, Gaia.
Indeed, I do.
Okay.
Our
Fine.
forces are
That's
our forces are very
Yeah.
few, but those who are most dedicated to the cause are, very are the most valuable and, very, not just mere grunts. Some, we're not just, a band of, just a band of mindless like hippies or whatnot.
Yeah, I can see you're not taking any drugs, as far as I've ascertained. You're talking a little bit of a different talk than the average hippie. So
We don't
quite
we don't we don't use the Earth's gifts for, you know you know degenerate, uses like that. We have, vast knowledge of the flora and fauna and what it does to the human body, but using it for recreational purposes would only distract us from our real goal.
Yeah, I gathered that. I think you guys are very valuable. Um, so that makes you already um, a lot more likable to me and to everyone else in this party. So that's very good. You'll be useful. Yeah, that's for sure. Okay, so let's go to that truck, or maybe maybe Joseph could go and look at the truck, and you can tell us more about your history, Gaia, as we maybe sit down
Okay.
to
Okay,
have some food.
so
Because I think everyone's hungry, right? I
correct.
mean, I would be.
Yes. So Gaia says certainly we are just we've just been preparing the meal of some wild game that we had just caught like earlier today. We'd gladly share it with some of our share it with you. Joseph.
Well, you don't have a choice.
So Joseph is gonna go. Stephanie. Oh, not Stephanie. Gaia. Her her real name is Stephanie, but you guys don't know that. Well, your characters don't know that.
Okay.
Her name is Gaia, as far as you know. So she, Gaia, leads
Yeah.
you to this old this pickup truck. It's kind of like a. It's not like rusty or like, well, it is a bit rusty, but it's not like super old. It's like a older like an older like Chevy truck, kind of like the pickup truck that you got from Jim from the farm, like at the very beginning of the campaign, but just a different color and a bit and in not as good of condition.
Is it like a Ford truck or is it like?
It's a Chevrolet truck. Or
Oh, okay.
it's what I'm not I don't know any. I don't give a shit about the Ford Chevy pissing contest, but it's it's just a pickup.
I don't either. I'm just for flavor. Yeah, it's a truck.
It's a truck.
That's all that matters. Yeah.
So as Gaia walks you over there, she kind of just goes through kind of her background, and she says like she used to be an activist for Greenpeace, and that after a while she kind of got disillusioned with the group, that their peaceful protests basically fell on deaf ears, and that the greedy like capitalists would just completely ignore their pleas and just continue destroying the environment. So she just broke kind of left the group and went to go do some soul searching. And I'm gonna kind of go back to I'm gonna role play it out a little bit. So she says, so after I left the group, I went to travel the United States and do some soul searching, and just kind of figure out what I could do to make make what I wanted to do more impactful, to make people listen. And on my travels, I had made my way to just outside a community called Lincoln in the state of Montana. I came across a man in an isolated cabin out there. He told me he used to be a mathematics teacher at UC Berkeley. He didn't give me his name, but he told me about how he was disgusted by the industrial technological system, and told me that you know just, the dangers of the while he was very interested in the environmentalist cause, but he was you know disturbed by the leftist influence on the movement. It's a very even especially with Greenpeace, it's a very leftist forward movement, and he says that the left. He told me that the leftists are just too dangerous to trust, and any power that they will stop at nothing to seize power and use whatever technology that they can get to to have as much power as they can. So for for his purposes as an environmentalist, leftists cannot be trusted, and we we talked for probably like the better part of like f- throughout most of the night, and I left the next day. Then a couple hours, not a couple hours, sorry, a couple months later, I received something in the mail. He kind of did like he did like the weird trick where you return something to them, but like but just kind of like sends something anonymously to somebody, and so she picks up like this big like binder document and shows it to them. He's like, this is what he sent me, and just kind of very just scribbled on this whole on this big binder is scribbled industrial society and its future on it.
Oh. So that's your Bible.
That's quite the story.
It is, in essence, it is in essence, it is my Bible, and it is the Bible for all of my followers.
Well, that's awesome. Um, I'm glad you've got your kind of environmentalist manifesto. Um, I'm very impressed by this story in your cause, and I'm sure there's lots of people that will, when they hear your message, will uh, want to follow and to be a part of it. But
It's
right now, you're a very small group.
we are a very small group, and because, as I said, it's very difficult to find people who are 100% dedicated to our cause. Most, as I said, most people who are associated with like these, you know, you know, environmentalist, like these like some people would call it like eco-terrorism or whatnot. A lot, a lot of these people who are involved in these groups are leftists, and as I stated before, that I don't, we don't trust leftists in within our ranks. So
How old are you, Gaia? How old are you?
I am 30 years old.
Okay. And You have no husband, no children.
I do not.
Okay. Okay. Uh, I'm just curious. Yeah. So, just outside of this conversation, as a curious about, is the truck serviceable? Like, is it possible to get it to run, or
We've
what happened? Like, as an update, like, did they like come to any kind of like solution, or no?
let's see. Joseph, he does his little walkthrough and just kind of like a brief inspection of the vehicle, and he sees that there's there's a few problems with it, but he's pretty certain that he can probably MacGyver it a little bit and get it running at least to a point that they can get to some sort of a little a more civilized area, or like a more urban area.
Before it breaks down again,
That
probably.
makes sense. The guy's kind of doing it
Um,
in the woods.
yeah. Well, what time is it
I'd say it's probably like
in game?
5:30, like in the evening. This
Also,
it's like mid fall now, so it's starting to get darker as the so it's like the sun is probably already set at this point, or
okay.
or is at least big
It's
like
gonna
about to
be
set.
yeah. Like my trust like issues with these guys are like getting smaller and smaller. But I just feel like somebody should, because we're not gonna get out of here. Like I don't know what's like gonna be the situation with with the time that it takes to fix the truck. Is it gonna be a day or what? What is like Joseph's estimation?
I can't. He pretty much just says it could take anywhere from like either like a day or even like a couple hours if we're lucky.
Well, that's good. If it takes a day, then somebody needs to stay up and observe the situation in case these guys are, or any of them, like gets like any weird ideas, right?
Yeah, definitely. And the Russians aren't too far either. I mean, can't forget about them either.
Yeah, so I guess it's gonna be. I believe them. I feel like I can believe them and
Definitely.
trust them, but still. So yeah.
Okay, so
Well,
Joseph
I
just
guess.
is
thinking about the night, like if we're gonna go to sleep, yeah.
Yeah, I guess prepare for. We probably will have to stay here, but I mean, hopefully Joseph can get lucky and get it running before then.
yeah,
Hopefully
so
Joseph gets his
Joseph is gonna
stuff lucky.
just kind of get to work on the truck with what little tools and parts that he has, and Gaia and is going to take you back to like some of the other tents where they have some of the other members of the Freedom Club have like cooked up some some venison, and paired with a few uh, vegetables and like some potatoes that they've actually cultivated, like in their like cultivated nearby. So they're not just like a gang of hippies just hanging out in the woods. Like this is kind of like
No, no.
there's like a little bit of agriculture going on here.
But she's the only woman, right, Gaia?
As far as you know.
Okay. All right. It's weird. Yeah, their society won't last. Their ideas in society won't last very long if they don't like grow in numbers, and there needs to be more members of their club, of their cult, if they want their ideas to live on. I'm thinking to myself.
So
But sure. Shall we go and give, what was his name? Lorax, right?
yeah, that's
A burial.
the guy that you killed.
Yeah, if we have the time, we might as well do that.
I mean, we could do it,
Well-
or we could do that
Well, you
later.
didn't bring the body with you.
No, we'd have to go back all the way. But maybe one person can stay with Joseph just for his safety, and then, the rest can be here to like do something with the body.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
So you're gonna go. out-
What did they? I'm sure they really want to go and see him, like the rest of the cult.
Okay, so you're basically you want to go collect his body and give him a burial.
Yeah, there might be someone
yeah, because
in the cult that might want to help. They might even help pull him back or drag him back.
So yeah, you offer to bring the body of Lorax, as he is called, back to the encampment so that they can give him a burial. And Gaia agrees to this, but take a Treebeard with him, or with you guys, to accompany.
Yep,
Sounds good.
I think he would like to come, right? I mean, probably.
It would be it would be in our to make sure that he is buried in accordance to our ways, and also to for your own safety. Strange things can happen in these woods in the night.
I just give for
Yeah,
now
I
that
feel like
look
we killed one of the guardian of the woods. The spirits are angry.
We've definitely been here.
They want
before.
vengeance. Yeah, we've seen how that story goes. I get some weird moth coming from. Okay, I'm laughing at it, but it's really not that. It's just the idea is like awesome, like the Mothman, and maybe we'll see some other anomaly. So yeah, Treebeard is like some kind of a. He knows about the stuff, I guess.
Yeah, he's a Gaia essentially.
Maybe he can tell us about it. Huh?
Yeah, Gaia basically kind of explains to you that Treebeard is basically we'll say second in command to her. Like they were very they were very close, like not quite in the romantic sense, but
Uh-huh.
they're like very close and like
They're good pals.
ideologically.
Uh-huh. Uh, they all seem to be. I was just wondering if Treebeard like can improve our knowledge about these supernatural stuff that happens.
Yeah, I'll kind of ask him if he's seen any glowing red eyes staring at him from the forest.
Okay.
Yeah, and what does he know about this?
Let's see. So,
Because he might be like some kind of a, I don't know, pro. He's a pro.
He's either a pro or he's very superstitious and he thinks
okay.
we're crazy.
So you tell
Yeah, maybe.
so you tell Treebeard like basically, yeah, you ask him about like things that he might know about the lands if he'd seen. Basically, you said the glowing red eyes, and I assume you basically tell him about your encounter with the Skinwalker.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, so we're gonna say he tells you that in fact like the night before he did spot a creature that meets the Mothman description in the woods. You know, as I said, the night before, like, you know, and as you are, you know, just recounting your encounter with the Skinwalker, since you knew the name of them from I think it was from one of a former coworker of yours from your time at the textile mill, who was a big cryptid conspiracy theorist guy. So, as you're about to say the name Skinwalker, Treebeard quite hastily like silences you, like puts his hand over your mouth, and he just says shh. Like you say, uttering their name attracts them.
Oh.
Will's just kind of staring, very like he's very concerned with that new information.
Yes. We've seen, you know, those creatures around here, and you know, as I said, the mere utterance of that creature's name can attract them. So whatever you do not say their name.
Will just nod and then
Yeah, I'll try not to.
Yeah.
I mean, let's hope the corpse of Lorax isn't, you know,
where we left it,
attracting them either. Yeah, shit.
It might, he says very gravely. As you may may or may not know, we'll call them flesh, the fleshies. As the
fleshies.
As the legend goes, the fleshies they're shapeshifters. They take on different forms, and oftentimes the forms that they take are of whatever animal or whatever victim that that they had. So
I'm very concerned now that you say that, but let's hope we make it in time before anything finds it that is of that nature, before the fleshy.
Yes. So
let's get like moving a little bit more briskly.
We may want to head out immediately.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think we're walking, right?
Yeah, we'll say that we're basically at the edge of the woods, and now you are just kind of wading your way through the woods back the way that you came, essentially. And let's see. Don't encounter anything. So it's just a long
Holy shit.
slog through the through the woods. It's getting, progressively darker and darker as the sun continues to set. And
Yeah, that was a mistake.
probably about another half hour later, you're back at the site of the where you exploded the head of Lorax, and he's essentially, nothing has happened to his body. Like, he's just laying there. His body
Thank
is
God.
just laying there, just as you had left it. Just, not as fresh. Of course.
Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Okay. Should we bury him here, or what is like your ritual? Do we need to carry him all the way back the way we came? Lorax? Not Lorax, Treebeard.
Hmm.
I think we run the risk of, a fleshy.
Either way, we may. Either way, we will have another long trip back. So, it would definitely, we would prefer, our men be buried, you know, on our grounds, but we are not
I
against
kind of feel
the
like that's
idea
what
of.
he would want as well.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I might want to say her goodbye too, so that might be the best option.
Well, we are not. We are
So,
not.
what do you think?
We are not.
Sorry, what do you think, Will?
Treebeard?
Do you think it's better to bury it here or to bring it to like them and then his spirit or whatever, if we're superstitious, is gonna be at rest so it won't be angry or whatever?
I feel like it might be better to not just sit out here digging a hole where these fleshies
Oh, okay,
wandering
okay.
around. Maybe it's better to just get back to camp and we can have a proper burial
Okay, well
then.
then let's try and get him, like let's try and go back then with but quickly, right? So we don't attract anything.
All right. So let's
So
say.
we're gonna pick him up, right?
Yeah. Let's say. Yeah. Mike is just
And
gonna carry this corpse, just like over his shoulder. He's just like,
I imagine Treebeard could probably help too, but
yeah. He's gonna.
it's a shame we don't have a stretcher, but hey,
Yeah.
yeah, we're gonna be fine.
Yeah. So yeah.
We're four
Mike
people.
and
Four people can
Treebeard are
carry one
gonna
easily.
help cart or carry this body back the way that they came, or back to the back to their camp. So now you're heading on the way back,
Yeah.
and let's see. Seven. Okay. So it's basically like um 7:30 at night. So the sun has gone down and it's pretty dark out now. And as you're walking, you hear you hear you know crunching of leaves, you know, like kind of off to your
Oh,
right.
fuck.
Okay.
Soviets are enough of a fucking problem. Why does there have to be fucking monsters as well?
Okay. So you hear the crunching of leaves, and Treebeard just like stops dead, and he just like he shushes everybody. He's like, "Listen." Okay. So you know then
I'm listening. And are we hearing more of these things or
yeah, roll perception.
uh in the fucking night time? Oh no. Oh man. Holy shit. Damn. That is awesome. Well, I got really lucky. I rolled a natural 20.
Oh, you rolled a nat 20.
Nat 20.
Okay. So
Well,
well, I'm gonna say yeah. You definitely well, it would
I
kind of
don't
make
want to
sense.
see
I
it.
think you have I think you have like your night vision like goggles or scope. So
Thank God.
you kind of like
Thank
fish
God.
out your goggles, and you kind of scan around the area, and probably about 100 feet to your like to your right, you see like a large like cat like shape.
Okay, I see it 100 feet to my right. As long, can I even say that? Am I like terrified to like am I fucking pissing my pants? What's happening? Like, should I roll for morale? Is what I'm asking.
Let's see. You can roll for morale. Yeah.
Because I'm thinking, well, I've seen one already, so I've got to be like a little bit less scared. So, what's the mod?
It's just a it's a +1. It's not it's not a
Okay,
not something
was it
supernatural.
D20 or was it 3D?
It's a
Oh, was it
D20.
3D6 or
D20.
D20? Oh, sorry, I messed that up. A natural one. Sweet. I'm gonna start freaking out.
You see
Oh.
a natural one, and you see this it's a mountain lion basically, or a cougar, which would be a it has the same like stats as like the leopard in the standard book on page 148. And we're gonna say you have like a little bit of like a post-traumatic stress disorder from your encounter in the woods, and you just like panic. you're going to you're gonna panic and flee for d6 or d6 rounds, but let me roll for that. You're gonna panic and flee for 5 rounds.
Oh my god, no.
It does kind of make sense. Though.
Oh, what the fuck?
What's up?
Somebody
We were
told
just
me.
we were just talking about skinwalkers and how they can change shapes, and then you see something you don't know in the pitch black. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
No, I know, but somebody needs to
It's only.
like
I mean, it's
hold
only
me because I'm
25
gonna.
seconds, but still.
For
Yeah,
combat,
but if
it's a
I'm
lot.
fleeing, if I'm running somewhere and there's fucking fleshies everywhere or somewhere, I might just get in like trouble. I don't know. Right? So I can't speak, right? I can't speak. I'm just like fleeing somewhere like a retard.
Yeah, like you just like. Actually,
Oh no.
let's. I'm gonna have you kind of describe what you think happens here.
Well, I'm gonna see this thing and I'm like gonna. So I look to my right, 100 feet from me. There's this cat-shaped figure, and I'm looking at it with my night vision. And my mind starts to twist the shape of it into like some kind of imaginary things. It's basically my imagination going wild. And as that's happening, I lose capability to speak. I like start shivering, and I just like I just start running in a random direction for some reason, whilst screaming, fleshy, 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 like a retard. At least I'm not saying skinwalker.
Yeah.
I guess Will would hear that, and
That's what I'm gonna say.
he'll pull out his MP5 with the night scope, and he'll try and take a look. I think I had a 16 for my roll originally. I'm not sure if that.
Okay, so yeah, you see it too, and you can kind of you recognize it. It's just like a cougar. It's like a it's not a uncommon sight. It's just like a large, you know, just a large cat, like a wild, it's a wild animal, of course. That's not too uncommon in like the mountains here.
Question is, what does it do in reaction to all that? I wonder.
Let's see. Excuse me. Are they? Like
I've
okay,
got a
so
feeling
like
that I messed up
the
really badly.
this cougar, as you see it, just kind of stops, and it's kind of looking in like the direction of like where Fernando is running, and then it kind of like very kind of like it starts to like you know kind of like walk off into that direction, like it's trying to like start stalking him.
Oh.
I guess Will would see this all happen. He'll be like, we got either like a coyote or a cougar or something over there. Hold still, guys, and I'll start walking over towards the stalking cougar.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just running, right? I'm sprinting, right? I'm sprinting.
It's essentially you're just yeah, you're just a
And I'm going in which direction? Towards the camp or away from it?
whichever direction that you want, honestly.
Oh, whenever I want. Well, I'm gonna go straight for the camp because as panicked as I am, I probably know where to run. Well, not really because I don't know the way so well. Can I get lost? Am I getting lost
Uh,
from my running? I think I'm going to the camp, but am I gonna get lost now? Because I'm running ahead of everybody.
roll navigation.
Okay.
Even I mean, in your panic, you're probably not thinking clearly, but we're just using this to determine whether or
Yeah,
not you
so,
get lost.
and what's my mod for when I'm panicked? Do I get a minus on every roll?
I'm um let's see. I'm gonna give you a -2 to that.
Okay, that's not too bad. So my navigation is actually trained, so it evens out at the natural roll. Oh, sorry, messed that up. Okay, that's just 11 in the dark.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's a fail. So
Ah,
you're
okay, but it's not a horrible fail, is it?
no, it's just a regular failure. So you're actually
Okay, cool.
the camp is actually to the north, but you're running to the west.
Okay, sweet. And I'm lost, and nobody knows where the fuck I went because I'm running in the woods.
Okay, so
Ay, ay, ay.
and I'm gonna say, uh, I'm gonna say, Jack is gonna go after, like, kind of run off in kind of like your general direction and just try and find you.
Thank God for Jack.
And
Thank you, Jack, for looking out.
I'm still watching this mountain lion to make sure it's not going to get anywhere near Fernando, because poor Fernando's kind of a sitting duck right now, or running duck
so
right now.
I was so happy that I got a natural 20, and then, of course, I have to get like one.
it happens. So yeah, so everybody else is just kind of anybody else that has a weapon or is able to
Everybody thinks
point a
that
weapon is just kind of
everybody,
pointing it in just a anywhere, like they can't really see where exactly because I don't think Joseph doesn't have night vision because he didn't do nights on the in the Rockport branch, so he's kind of blind in a way, but you obviously you have night vision, so you can see quite clearly. And yeah, this mountain lion is right on is it's right on like it's following Fernando very well since I'm pretty sure they have night vision like as a skill.
I would imagine so. Yeah.
yeah, all cats see very well in the night.
Yeah, I think Will's kind of under the assumption this cat's kind of doing like the it sees prey, it sees it running, it's just gonna try and
Yeah,
catch an easy
so
meal. So I'm just gonna take a shot at it.
okay, so yeah, roll your attack. It's just gonna be a regular attack. And yeah, Jack is just running off in a general
Oh my
direction of
God.
Fernando, and he's just kind of yelling, Fernando's name over and over again to try and
Well, 4 more
get him to
rounds.
get him to.
Maybe he'll come to his senses.
Yeah, so I break the night sky with a couple shots, but I don't hit anything with a result of 5.
Yeah, you just let off a couple rounds, like you kind of light up the you just kind of light up the area, like with a couple of shots from your MP5. And we haven't really I guess we haven't really technically started. Yeah, let's roll initiative. So, see how everyone's doing here.
That's a 2.
Do I
but
even get
believe
to
with
roll
the,
that? Because I'm panicked.
Yeah, I would have you roll.
I
Okay.
have a result of 2, but I also have the I believe +4 for missile weapons, or technically long range weapons.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that the since
Since we're fighting
the mountain lion is melee, that would definitely count. So
Okay, so I have a 6 altogether then.
okay, you have a 6.
Well, my result was 6 plus. I'm also with a ranged weapon. Is that 4? So yeah, 10. Minus my one would be 10.
10, Fernando. So you got a 6 overall. Will.
Yep.
Is the minus mod for the panicking applied to initiative?
I would imagine so. I believe it's to all mods.
Yeah, it should be. Then it's 8. In that case, it would be 8
Either way, you're
because it was minus 2.
yeah. That's fair. So let's see. 4, 6.
Just asking. Just wondering.
That does make sense for logic. Like, if you're panicked, you're not going to be the first person
Yeah.
attacking, right?
Okay.
Definitely be very confused.
Okay. So the initiative goes Fernando, Will, Jack, and the mountain lion.
Well, that's good. Mountain Lion's last.
So
Do I even get to, do I get to do anything else than fleeing for the next 4 rounds?
Let's see. Can't fight defensively. Use tactical retreat.
So I can.
Basically, if you had to, you could like fight in a panic. Like
Well, I
If he's
can't
forced into melee,
stop
he-
running though. I can't. I can't. If I'm forced into melee, I can turn around. Okay, so I guess I'm just skipping my turn because I'm just keep
essentially
running. 'Cause the line's not on my.
essentially you're just continuing to just flee in whatever direction to get away from this perceived threat. Well, it is a threat, but it's not the threat that you think it is.
Yeah.
So
Should
now,
I check if I trip or like acrobatics or whatever?
yeah, let's do that. Check for
Okay.
acrobatics.
Gotcha. Okay. That's pretty high. And I'm acrobatic as well, but I've got a minus 2, so it's 12 plus my mods. That would be just natural 14. 14.
You're fine.
Yeah. Oh, thanks.
So now it's
Thanks God.
William's turn.
I will take another shot.
Okay, pull your attack
Even
now.
worse result than natural.
Oi, oi, oi.
What you get?
Let me natural 1. Let me not shoot Fernando again, please.
Yeah, you fumble. You fumble.
Oh,
So let me see.
to be decided. We don't know
Let's
yet.
see what.
I mean, yeah, it's true. I could shoot Jack.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
you
mean-
could. So let me see.
Spread the love.
Where's the fumbles for?
Man, twice in a campaign, that's awesome.
Okay, fumbles for small arms. Roll a d20 for me.
Is a 6.
You fail to shoot this round. So basically, like you
Jam.
maybe like you hesitate or something.
Oh, okay. Yep, that makes sense.
So
I'm worried about shooting somebody. Yeah.
So it's like maybe you kind of like see like the signature of like Jack running roundabout in your line of fire, along with like the mountain lion. You kind of hesitate because you don't want to.
Carry 2 bodies. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to hit Jack, so you do nothing. So
Perfect.
Jack is going to.
Oh my God.
Jack's gonna. He doesn't really see the lion himself, so he's just gonna keep running on after Fernando to just continuing to scream his name, trying to get him to stop. And now it's the mountain lion's turn. So we're gonna say he's probably about maybe like 45 feet away.
Oh, he's very close.
Yeah, he's.
I think he makes that
Yeah, he could like
in
if
one
he
round, like
if he gets
easy.
you, like he could get you. Let's see. He's gonna let's roll an attack here. And he fumbles.
Oof.
Oh, cool. I needed that.
Yep, he got a saved by the die. So he's gonna like try and break into like a sprint to try and pounce on you, and he like trips on like a tree root, and he just tumbles. So now round 2. Fernando, how many more rounds do you have? Of
After this one, 3.
3. So
So no, actually, after this one 2. So with this one 3, after this one 2.
Okay.
That's how it is.
So yeah, you're still running.
Yeah, I'm running in like a madman. Well, I am panicking.
Okay. All right, now it's Will's turn.
Perfect. I will try and take a shot that's hopefully a little better placed than not shooting. And that's
Alright.
a 13.
Also, I'm counting my spent stamina points as well.
Smart,
Yeah.
actually, yeah.
How much do you spend? Like, you spent like a lot when you sprint, right? I gotta look that up, but I think it's something like
Sprint?
4. Yeah, I mean, there's a table that says like how much. I'm gonna get I don't know if you have the book. Maybe it's better if you look it up. It's
Sprint,
a skill
one
under
every
the
round.
stamina skill.
You spend one stamina
One every
point
round. So just okay. Well, I spent 2. I still got a lot though, so it's good. But I want to like look at it.
Well, I would
because
hope
it's kinda
you would
important.
you'd be a good you'd be good at sprinting as you're a semi-pro baseball
Yeah,
player.
yeah. I've got. Yeah, I'm okay. I've got plenty of stamina points,
All right, so
and I'm kind of fast as well, actually.
yeah, so
I'm 45 tempo.
yeah.
Yeah, I
So-
definitely have to fresh up on the stamina rules. Those are some good rules in there.
Yeah. So did you roll your attack? Oh,
Yes, sorry.
Will?
I got a 13 altogether.
13.
I'm not sure if that does hit, but
That is regular damage.
oh, beautiful. I guess that would have been a short burst as well, so that would 4 shots. Should I be rolling that first?
Yeah, roll how many of your bullets hit.
Yeah. Just because if I get a that's 3 out of the 4.
3 out of 4.
Yes.
Excellent. So yeah, roll your damage for your all
Awesome.
your bullets.
Oh my god. Thank you. Thank you.
Not bad. That's the D8, I believe.
It's basically a 3d8.
So that's 16 altogether, an 8, a 5, and a 3.
He's dead.
Beautiful.
So
Oh
you,
my
Just
God.
open up on them.
Thank you so
yeah,
much.
you
Saved
finally,
my life.
yeah, you let out you let out four bullets, and 3 out of your 4 like hit them and hit the mountain line just in the right spots, and it just well it had just like tripped, so it would make sense that you just take
Got
it
a good
out.
shot while it wasn't moving. Yeah.
Okay, so all right, cool.
And as soon as that happens, I'll yell out, "Fernando, stop!"
Yeah, right. 2 more rounds. I'm about 90 feet away from you guys when I finally stop. If nothing weird happens until then,
Okay.
which is like probably, you never know. You never know.
Never know. So, okay, so we're gonna say that like we were gonna like kind of skip to the to the end of your panic. So, what'd you say? You're like
Yeah.
90 like feet away from them.
I'm 90 feet away from like the lion. for sure. I don't know where the rest of them are
I'd
in
say they're
relation to
probably
you.
like at least 100. They're like 100. They're at least like maybe like 150 feet away, maybe.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we could follow the voices. So I'll just try and follow your voice and get back to you.
Okay.
And I'm gonna scream, "I'm here! I'm here! I'm fine. I don't know what got into me. I just got freaked the fuck out."
It's all good. There's some scary stuff lurking out here, but I think I made quite a bit of noise. We should probably think about getting out of here before we get any more company.
All right. So
I'm gonna try and get back to them. Yeah. I'm gonna stop sprinting and just jog back.
Alright, so you guys, reconvene. You kind of you know, settle your ruffled feathers and Treebeard, you know,
Treebeard's mad at me.
yeah, he's he's a bit probably a bit upset. Maybe not necessarily at you, but just maybe he's just kind of like he was just kind of hoping for an easy journey back, and then you had to go off and just screaming, just run off screaming into the woods.
Okay, Treebeard. See what happens when he'll test morale against when he sees like a sharp axe or like a saw or something.
So
and then he'll get freaked out, and then we'll have to calm him down.
all right, so Treebeard, navigates you guys, successfully navigates you back to the the break in the woods, or the clearing rather, where the Freedom Club camp is, and let's see, Gaia and a couple of the other unnamed members of the Freedom Club kind of show up, and they're just like, what happened? We heard gunfire and screaming.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna be.
Like, yeah, that was me.
I'm ashamed of myself.
We just we ran into something, but the situation is handled.
Yeah.
It's
Let's
a,
leave it at that.
it's a definitely dangerous to be wandering around these woods, especially at night. Now he motions to the other members, and he just like take the body of our fallen comrade to the burial mound.
Oh, you've got a whole like burial mound. That's awesome.
Will start kind of pulling out his harmonica and playing a song that probably would have sounded a little bit better on a lyre, but he's gonna try and do a little funeral song.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Let's make sure that his like rites are performed, and
We'll do this right, considering we're the reason he's here.
yeah, well, sure, but we had no idea. I mean, I had no idea what the hell this was. green and black flag with like a
Yeah, no, they seem like a
diagonal.
real
I
threat.
had I had no idea.
Yeah, they could have easily been a threat. So I mean, we did the right call
I
to save
mean, he
ourselves. But
said he said they were neutral, and but still they like lit the building on fire. So I was a bit concerned.
yeah, the circumstances made it seem as though they were kind of hunting us. But I mean, perhaps not in
Yeah, I mean,
retrospect.
I'm
But
sorry. I'm sorry. I like gave that call for
I mean,
shooting, but
it could have easily been someone actually hostile. So
Yeah.
it could have been some
Yeah.
like marauder.
Although we do understand and we apologize for putting you into that situation. We would be, you know, upset that you killed one of our men, but we understand that we didn't identify ourselves as not being hostile at the time.
Well, it certainly looked like it was just a random act, but I think we read it kind of as a threatening act. Better to be safe than sorry, guys. So I'm sorry for shooting your friend, but
Well,
yeah,
it's just
I hope his spirit finds peace.
we hope so too, and hopefully that he will be reborn as a greater member of for our cause, and they lead him to a kind of an area like off to one side of the clearing where they have like basically a large burial mound and a few what would be dolmens just kind of made up, and they do like some weird little ritual and place him in one of the dolmens. On the flip side of that, is you're kind of watching this. Let's see. You hear the sound of you hear the sound of like a car's engine like turning over and starting up, and then you hear like the shouts and the shouts of a very happy and of a elated man.
Yeah, must be Joseph.
definitely.
Yeah, you'd head back to the camp, and you just kind of see Joseph just kind of leaning up against the side of this truck that is now running. He's just kind of leaning up against it, and he just looks so like smug and so proud of himself.
I mean, he should be, because transport, like, if we can't get out here, we're stuck.
Yeah, nicely done, Joseph. That was a solid work there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So he's
I'm
gonna,
like,
you know, he's just kind of gonna, not necessarily gloat a little bit, but he's gonna, you know, acknowledge that that you congratulated him, and then he's gonna get into the driver's seat.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll start getting up any gear that we need and start loading it up.
we're not taking any time, extra time in this place, are we? We're just heading right.
Well, we might be we'll make that decision, but if we are at least ready to either head out now or first thing in the morning, and
I'm not against it. I think it's a good idea.
yeah,
Uh,
never hurts to be
I'm not
prepared, especially
against
with the invaders this close.
it. Yeah, I'm just thinking. Well, we should be able to navigate, although it's so dark, right? It's the night. We should still see, right? It's not visibility is still high, or is it like very like cloudy, or what is it like? Oh, can't hear you. Can you hear him?
I actually can't hear. I can't hear you, Jeremy.
All right.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, perfect.
Sorry
There
about
we go.
that.
All right, now we can hear you.
Yeah. So it's what was the last thing you heard me say?
Oh, we were just. Last thing I heard was that Lubin was just asking what
Nothing.
time it was. Yeah.
It's like 8:30, 9 o'clock. So it's pretty dark out. There's like not it's I'm gonna say it's there isn't really much of a moon, so it's pretty dark out. But you have headlights at the very least.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, we can. Well, I don't. I hope they can take their stuff like that they need, and yeah, I guess we can go, but maybe we should be careful. That whoever's driving should be extra careful.
It would be it's gonna be
think, yeah,
Joseph
Joseph
who's
is.
driving.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Well, it's his baby after all.
in
Yes.
essence, so we've got it's just like a regular pickup truck, and so you've got you got Joseph in the driver's seat, and it's it's got like this bench seat, so you could technically fit two more people in there, but it's gonna be pretty cramped.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was just thinking here. There's quite a few of us.
And then everybody else is gonna have to ride in the bed.
Will's used to being uncomfortable. He's totally fine right in the bed.
Alright, so
Throw a blanket over your backs so you don't get a cold.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I'm pretty sure they've got some, cool
Tarps or something.
kind of, cool blankets with like some weird Indian maybe motifs or
Oh
something,
yeah,
I
that'd be
guess
awesome.
like
Yeah.
yeah,
that. I don't know.
so
An old poncho and
they just perhaps as a you know as just like a parting gift. I mean, you didn't really do anything for them, but they're
We actually killed a guy.
you've killed one of their guys, but so
Oh man.
just just
But we
out of
fixed their truck.
yeah, you fix their truck, and then you're just taking it. So I'm gonna
Yeah, but they can't do anything about it.
yeah. So
but at least we know they're there. I mean, they might be useful to us, and we might be useful to them.
yeah,
No, we are definitely on friendly like terms. I'm not against these guys, and I like their like stuff.
No, they're cool. They're cool.
yeah, so we're gonna say at this is kind of like a courtesy thing. They're just gonna kind of give you like a kind of like a large kind of a like kind of like a large kind of a blanket made out of like wool or something.
Thank
I
you.
feel so bad for taking these guys with us. I feel like we should just let them exist there.
Again,
Back away.
be you have here, right?
Yeah, yeah. I feel like having like vassal kind of people that are so like good at surviving in the
It's a
nature
local tribe
by
that we can,
themselves.
it's a common tribe for us.
It's an asset. Yeah, it's really good. But yeah, just like my moral sense, my sense of morality is against what we did, but sometimes you gotta be like that, right?
Oh yeah, sometimes you end up dead if you don't, right? So I mean, it was a bad call, but we made it,
I'm
and
pretty sure we were gonna end up dead.
yeah, we could have,
Well,
right?
I'm
So
not sure. I'm not sure. I'm just very concerned about dying, and yeah, can't take chances.
it's a legitimate concern, and I mean, we'd make the same call to save their lives later down the road too. So
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they would have done the same or similar in our situation.
yeah,
Okay,
Like
so
the only thing that could have been different is probably maybe we should have like just set a warning shot. But then I don't
we
know,
had a
man.
bit
I
in
just feel like
RPG.
this. I feel like that was a good way to play it out. To
If
be
we shot
honest.
a warning shot and they shot that RPG at us, we might have all been, you know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We would have been
little
like
pieces of
blown to
cougar meat
bits.
for dinner.
all right, so
Mm.
Joseph's driving the car. Who's riding shotgun and who's riding in the riding in the bed? So, well, we know Will's riding in
Will's
the
riding in
bed.
the bed. Yeah, yeah, he's happy about it.
So we got we got five people. So we got we gotta have one guy riding in the passenger seat, and the other three are in the bed. So at least Will's not alone.
There you go. So it's either Fernando, I guess, shotgun or an NPC shotgun.
Yeah. So you there, Ruben?
Yeah, yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Don't worry. I'm not
Okay.
dozing off.
Okay. Okay. All right. So where are you sitting?
I just don't know what to like. Well, I don't know what are my positions that I can take. So I can take the not trailer, but what is it? The back.
Um, you can either ride in the passenger seat in the cab with
Uh-huh.
Joseph, or you can ride in the bed of the truck.
All right. I think I'm gonna be close to Joseph in the passenger seat.
All right. So Fernando calls shotgun.
That's all good.
All right. So
Well, I think so. I mean, I could change if anybody is really
As
cold
long as
and wants to
as
be
long as
inside.
Jack gets a good seat, because I know how he gets in cars.
all right. So we're gonna.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Sorry, man. I'm so inconsiderate of like Jack.
For Jack.
Maybe we should swap. Yeah, let's swap for Jack's sake. Yeah, let's swap for
Jack's
Jack's sake.
comfort, yes,
We're gonna,
I'm down.
All right. So yeah,
yeah,
Jack's
we're
gonna
gonna
ride.
stop and swap.
Jack's gonna ride shotgun,
Yeah,
and then you Mike and
just yeah.
Will are gonna ride in the bed.
Yeah,
So
for Jack.
okay, so we're going to so they say their farewells to the Freedom Club, and you guys head out down the head out into the woods. There isn't really much paved roads. There's just kind of like just a variety of like dirt paths, like on the just along the way here, and
Yeah, I was just wondering. Is it like close to the rails, or is it pretty far away from the rails
You're
themselves?
you're
Are we
you're
even
out you're
holding the rails?
you're out in the middle of the woods, so you're kind of away from
Oh,
the
okay. Oh,
railroad.
okay. Sure.
So I'm actually gonna say maybe we should call it here for the night. Is-
Yeah. There's
Yeah,
a
I think it's
lot of
about to end it.
stuff happening. Holy.
yeah.
So
That's
yeah, we did pretty well.
probably the most like crazy session.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. So we're gonna call it here for the night. I'm gonna stop the recording and
Thank you.
broadcast.